ULI is the largest, oldest, and probably most reputable real estate organization in the world. We have 42,000 members spread all around the globe. And really, our mission is about providing leadership in the sustainable use of land, and responsible use of land, and creating and sustaining thriving communities.
UrbanPlan is about a 17-year project of ULI. It's a way to get young leaders very interested in urban planning, urban development, sort of like a real estate 101. So we're extremely happy that this program is now coming to the Philippines.
We feel that if we can expand this to many students across many different schools, we will reach a point where we're able now to really develop a new generation of real estate professional and leadership for the industry.
This is a sort of a role-playing type of education, which is great. You're going to see the full cycle of a development project. You have to go through all the planning approvals, seeking financing, answering investors, answering the city council, answering the communities around. So it's very much a microcosm of what everybody has to go through in a real estate project.
We are encouraging students to have the vision of the city as clear as possible, the certain amount of profit for the city, and also they have profit as the developer as well. Natututo yung mga students to think about paano magplano ng isang city. Yun yung ginagawa natin sa urban plan.
These are our future leaders. These are our future real estate professionals. They will be taking the mantle of this job, and if they learn early on what makes a great city, what urban planning is, what are the sort of policies and trade-offs that they have to think about, then it really broadens their knowledge as early as possible. These students are able to make more informed decisions, not just in a theoretical way, but also in a practical way.
Even if they're not going to be a part of a developer's team, or they're not going to be a part of the government's team, their voice is very important. They need to be able to think what is good for them, what's good for the community, and voice it out so that those people who are actually in the position will do the right thing.
I feel like this course has made me into a better real estate practitioner for the future. It's not only about selling in brokerage. You need to keep in mind everyone who's involved and make sure that everyone's taken care of.
Sila mismo may idea na. I'm sure yung mga future leaders na mag-build ng mga cities na yun will be these students.
Before, when they walk across the street, they would just see buildings and houses and stores. And now they could actually critically think and say, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, they could make a voice that could actually change all of our lives in the future.
UrbanPlan always had for me a certain allure, especially for public officials, because while Urban Land Institute has been very powerful in terms of getting a lot of support from the private sector, there's always been I believe in the industry, a wariness between the public sector and developers. So I think this bridge that we are doing, where we're trying to meet each other and seeing things from a different lens, the substantial things that we can do together.
We had LGU planners from all across the Philippines representing different regions to come together and learn new skills and also have a hands-on experience in practicing development concepts, which they can take back to the cities where they work and implement them in the future.
It is the first time it is offered to local government units because the officials from the local government units are the actors and they are the decision makers. It is important that they experience this type of workshop.
We have to consider a lot of things, like the different roles that we had to play. We have our CEO, liaison officers, and we have a site planner and our financial analysts. No? So we took everything into consideration so we can build a city that we envision.
The officials were able to take a case study and really dig in. So even though it's a fictitious example, they really committed to it as if it's their own location. You see them coming up with brands, marketing, the actual physical layout of the area and defending the plan that they've come up with. So I think it was great seeing how you would employ this process that they can now use in their own cities.
We think it's going to be a great learning experience for everyone, for us too. With the outcome of the results, we're going to see a big change in the way they view developers and how we view public officials. So both ways will help. So I think moving forward, the best vision I have for ULI is to be able to have a better understanding of how the different factors work in a real estate scenario and how we both can best achieve our goals for our constituents.